Hello heroes and villains, welcome to Multiverse. Today we are going to take a look at our friend Superboy. Sadly we are going to start with the bad news. The emblem, the Superman emblem that you're seeing right now is no longer available in the game. So that is the Superman's 80th anniversary emblem, and the same is true also for the BVS Superman emblem. So sadly those emblems that are perfect for a Superman or Superboy type character are no longer available in the game. Why do I mention those if they are no longer available? Is it to rub people's nose in it? Not at all. It is that there's new players playing DC Universe Online all the time, and there's also new subscribers on the channel all the time. And these people do not know that those emblems are no longer available in the game. And sometimes they'll go into the game, they'll see someone with those emblems, and they'll ask where can we get those emblems. I've even seen sometimes people who are trying to sell, quote unquote, sell those emblems to people. If someone is trying to sell you those emblems, they're lying to you, they're trying to scam you, don't fall for it. Those emblems cannot be sold to other people, and those emblems are no longer available in the game. So if you don't already own those emblems, you will have to use an alternate emblem if you want to be able to create a Superboy type character. Let's take a quick look at some of the alternatives you can use. So the first option would be the Subject Zero emblem, whether the enhanced or the regular version. Obviously, this is not exactly it, but in order to get a Superman emblem at this point, this is pretty much one of the better options. Another option would be the Legion of Superhero emblem, whether the regular or the enhanced version. Although here on the Stalwart Defender it's a bit big, let me get another chest piece. That should work better. So obviously Superboy was part of the Legion of Superheroes, so using the Legion of Superheroes emblem makes a lot of sense in my book. And more recently we got a few new Kryptonian emblem, the House of A and the House of Xox emblems. So these could be good alternatives if you do not already have a Superman emblem. And one of the nice things that these emblems have that the Superman emblems do not have is that there is an enhanced version of those emblems. Sadly, the Superman emblem do not have an enhanced version. There's probably an emblem or two that I failed to mention. I will put a link in the description down below. I have quite a few videos about the Superman emblem itself. So if you need more information about the Superman emblem itself, take a look at those videos. So at character creation, this is pretty much how you can recreate our friend Superboy. So for the cape, I'm just using the classic cape. I love that cape. For the chest piece, any slimline chest piece will do the trick. For the belt, the Techno belt is the better option at character creation. For the pants, you will use the new Genesis pants. The tall classic boots for the boots. And for the emblem, you pretty much have two options. Either the shield emblem or the S emblem. So at character creation, this is pretty much as close to our friend Superboy as you can get. But as you gain more and more styles in the game, you will be able to upgrade your Superboy character a little bit more. So your first update will be to use the Steel Cape to get a nice cape with a nice Superman emblem. There's two options for that. There's the Steel Cape or there's the Unavailable Warsuit. You can get the Steel Cape from the Steel Vendor in the Watchtower, and the Unavailable Warsuit comes from Power Girl, again in the Watchtower. There is the Unavailable 2019, the cape. Sadly, that cape is no longer available in the game. If you don't already have that cape, at this point in time, there's no way to be able to get that cape, sadly. For the belt, you can upgrade it to the Quicksuit belt, which comes from the Earth 3 vendor. For the chest piece, you could upgrade it to the Kryptonian Flex Suit. Sadly, it took me quite a while to be able to get that Flex Suit, so unless you're really lucky, it may take a while for you to be able to get the Flex Suit. I have a video about how to get the Flex Suit. I'll show it to you in the description down below. The better option would be to get the Stalwart Defender chest piece. Sadly, you have to purchase the chest piece from the broker. Technically, it comes from Prometheum lockboxes, but the odds of getting it from the lockboxes are very slim, so odds are you will have to buy it from the broker. And for the emblem, let's go with the House of emblem. So you will be able to upgrade the look of your Superboy character as you gain more and more styles in DC Universe Online. An alternative would be to create our friend Superboy from the New 52 using the Fallen God style. So if you don't already have a Superman emblem, this would be a good option if you want to be able to recreate Superboy that actually has a Superman emblem. It's not exactly it, but it gives a pretty good impression of the New 52 Superboy. I've seen people who think that this is the actual New 52 Superboy costume, so that's why also I think it gives a really good impression of that look. But that look is not based on Superboy. This is actually the Superman Godfall look from the Superman Godfall comics by Michael Turner. It's a comic that was published in the early 2000s, roughly 10 years before the New 52. So this is not the New 52 Superboy. It is Superman from the Superman Godfall. But it works perfectly for a New 52 Superboy costume. You could try to upgrade the look by using the black neon chrome material. Sadly, the black neon chrome material is a bit difficult to be able to get. Sadly, at this point, you probably can only get the material from the trade chat, and it probably will cost you over $1 billion. But eventually, they should add this material to the booster gold vendor. So if you want to play the long game, start saving your quarks right now, and eventually, in I don't know, a year, 2 years, you should be able to purchase the material from the booster gold vendor. Although odds, it probably will be a bit expensive. There is also the black composite neon chroma material. There is a texture built into the black part of the material, so if you don't like the texture, that probably is not an option for your character. Although it's a material that's a lot cheaper than the black neon chroma material, and it is still available on the broker, but you will have to play the broker a bit. As you can see right now, the cheapest one is 180 million on the broker. I have to give my usual broker warning. Prices on the broker changes all the time. These are the prices on the broker right now. Tomorrow, next month, next week, heck, later tonight, the prices could be different. Although a nice option to be able to upgrade the look would be to use the smoke chroma material. Sadly, the two black channels are not exactly the same shades of black, but it still is a pretty nice looking material, so it should work well enough for your Superboy, for your New 52 Superboy character. Sadly, it is a material that's a bit difficult to get. It comes from the Teen Titans Time Capsule, and you can see the small promo pack in the description. So right now, in order to be able to get the material, you're gonna have to be extremely lucky opening Teen Titans Time Capsule, or you will have to bite the bullet and buy the material from the trade chat, which is probably over $1 billion at this point. So it is a material that could be extremely difficult and extremely expensive to get. But again, if you play the long game, start saving your quarks today. Again, in, I don't know, 2 years, it should be on the booster gold vendor. So if you play the long game and if you start saving your free quarks right now, eventually you should be able to purchase this material from your friend Booster Gold. I often mention that this universe online is a marathon, not a sprint. And finally, the pièce de résistance, Superboy from the early 90s with his Superboy jacket. So recently, DC Universe Online decided to give us the Superboy jacket. One of the sad things though is that it's a jacket that's going to be very difficult to get for a lot of you guys, but the jacket is available in the game. And again, it's one of those items that in the long run will end up being on the Booster Gold vendor. So again, if you play the long game and start saving your quarks right now, you should be able to purchase it from Booster Gold eventually. Here I've enhanced the look a bit with the Blue Metallic Chroma 3 with the Red Metallic material, and I'm using the Black Neon Chroma 3 for the boots. But if you don't have the materials, don't worry about it. You can recreate the look fine enough without any of those materials. So it gives us a pretty cool looking Superboy from the early 90s. Although technically it is the jacket from Superboy from Dark Knight's Metal. But it works well enough also for our 90s Superboy. So for this look you need the Dr. Sivana glasses. It's a pair of glasses you can get if you play the Bloodhaven mission. It drops from the evil camo at the end of the mission. But it's a random drop, so the odds of getting the glasses, you're probably going to have to play the mission over and over in order to be able to get those glasses. And of course, the jacket is the Super Rebellious jacket. I have a video about it, so I'll put the link in the description down below. For the hands, I'm using the DC Bombshell Harley Quinn hands, but there's a handful of gloves that will do the trick. For the belt, the Laughing Knight seemed appropriate enough. For the pants, pretty much any slimline will do the trick. Here I'm using the reversed slimline. And for the boots, I'm using the classic banded boots. For the emblem, obviously I'm using the Superman 80th Anniversary emblem. But I already showed you a few alternatives if you do not have the Superman emblem. And I've seen a few people also that mentioned that Why or why should they use the Superboy jacket when we already have another jacket that can do the trick? Let's compare. There is the punk rocker jacket that you can get from the Birds of Prey vendor. So as you can see, it's not exactly the same. You cannot get an emblem on the front of the character, but you do have an emblem on the back of the character, which ironically enough, the Superboy jacket had the Superman emblem in yellow and the back of the character. But it's something they did not include with the Superboy jacket. So you decide, either you spend a lot of millions purchasing the Superboy jacket so that you can have an emblem on the front of the chest of your character, or you simply purchase the punk rocker jacket from the Birds of Prey vendor. You decide. So the Superboy jacket is something that seems to be highly in demand, and sadly also the supply seems to be pretty low for various reasons. So right now it's a bit challenging to be able to get this jacket. And at some point, for some reason, they decided to get rid of the Superboy costume and simply have Superboy wearing a t-shirt and jeans. And when they made the Young Justice animated series, this is pretty much the look they went for their Superboy character. Although there is a Superboy hoodie, so if you would like to have your jeans wearing Superboy have an actual Superboy emblem, this could be an option. Sadly, it is a rare drop from the vault, so you will have to run the vault quite a lot unless you're really lucky. Years ago in some of my Superman videos, I used a look that was kind of inspired by Superboy from the early 90s. It's not exactly it, obviously it didn't have a jacket, but I thought that since we couldn't have a jacket, having a black cape with the yellow emblem could replace the jacket. So I used that look for a bit with my Superman character. I have to admit, I kinda liked it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask so in the comment section down below, and I'll see what I can do about answering your questions. I have roughly 2,000 videos about this universe online at this point, so if I don't answer your question right away, just search in my videos. Odds are I already made a video that answers your question. Or click one of the videos that you see on your screen right now. Bye-bye.